You asked for me. Here I am.
Is Disney ever going to learn? Or Marvel either? What do they think they're doing pumping out absolute terrible content continuously? It's never been received well by fans. Name one movie in the past, 5 years. When did Endgame come out? 2019? In the past 5 years, how many good movies has there been? I bet you could name maybe 3. Spider-Man No Way Home. Let's see. To be honest, that's about it. Every other movie has just been junk. They're just trying to waste their time and throw money at movies that make no sense. All the shows have been a waste of time. Nobody enjoyed any of the shows. Moon Knight was okay. Loki was good, but for real, they're useless. They're not at all affecting the bigger picture of the universe. And that's the main issue with this movie. It has no effect on the entire universe. We're only a couple movies out from the Avengers movie with Doomsday, and there has been no setup and no connection between anything. So what's the point of going to see these movies if they mean nothing? And they think we're just going to go watch a whole bunch of junk just because they slap the name Marvel on it. But that's not how it works. They need to produce real, connecting tissue content. Back in the day, when they just wrote comics, everything was connected. If you'd buy a comic, the next comic you'd buy, there'd be little hints at something that literally means nothing, but because it means nothing, it's so much more special because they put that much time and effort into this quality story, which they've forgotten now. I don't know what's wrong with them, but they just need to go back to making stories and have a big picture set, double down on it. Eternals was okay. I actually enjoyed it, but they backed off. They don't follow through. They see that people didn't like it, but they back off. They just need a clear-cut vision, ignore the noise, and go down that path. Just because people don't like Eternals doesn't mean they're not going to like the big picture. And if Eternals is working towards their big picture and people don't like it, they should just be like, okay, too bad. We like what we made. It's not about you. So if we just have one big picture set up before we start throwing random stories to random directors and writers and saying, yeah, man, just have fun, do whatever you want, I guess. If we didn't have that, we'd be somewhere. They threw out so much content at the same time and they spread themselves so thin. That's the issue. When there's so many different minds throwing in their own pieces, they lose the big picture and the connectivity. It's useless and it's unenjoyable because none of it is special anymore. What was so amazing about Marvel is they would create all these movies and they all were connected. It was like watching 25 sequels. It was amazing. But they don't do that anymore. Everything is so standalone. It's you have to be so niche to enjoy a show now. It's like I don't care about Miss Marvel at all. I don't care about her character. The only people that do care about it are the people that relate to her as a character, which is so few. And nobody else is going to watch it because it affects nothing else in the storyline. So what's the point of making these? They're just wasting money and wasting time. If we just released 1 or 2 really good movies that affected the big picture of things, we'd be doing great and people would be excited for the Avengers movie. But all we have left, I believe, is Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four. I honestly don't have a lot of hope for Thunderbolts. I don't think it's going to really affect anything. I think I'll enjoy it, but I don't think that movie is going to affect anything in the story. But Fantastic Four, I think that's where we're going to get the connection of Doctor Doom and everything, and the explanation of Robert Downey Jr. playing him. But one movie in a setup, bro? Thanos was teased since the beginning. He was teased in the 4th movie, I believe, or 5th movie. Why don't they do that anymore? They should be teasing Doctor Doom from the beginning, showing he'd been pulling his strings all along and stuff like that. But they don't, and that's what ruins the quality of the shows and the movies, because we know they're just making it up as they go, and there's no direction. So, even if this movie's okay, for Marvel standards, it's terrible, because it means nothing. Going and watching it and not going and watching it, back in the day, if you missed a Marvel movie, you would have to go watch it to understand what's going on. You don't have to watch all the shows and all the movies. They're just there. which I guess is good and bad at the same time, because that means there can be casual and non-casual, but if they just put more money into quality and not quantity, they'd have both at the same time. So I don't know, man. Like, CGI is also terrible, and what are they even doing with the budget? So let me know what you guys thought about this movie. I don't enjoy it, and I think it's a waste of time. And honestly, I feel like that with every Marvel project right now. And I don't even care to go see them, and I don't care about news or updates right now because it's boring. Shows like Invincible and The Boys, they understand, and they're enjoyable shows. And all the rated R movies like Deadpool and stuff, they get it. And I don't know, man. They just gotta fix what they're doing. They need to just really hammer down on storytelling and connecting shows and movies together and actually affecting the bigger picture. That's basically it, man. But let me know what you guys thought about this movie and like where we should go from here, because if this stays on this pace until Doomsday, we're so cooked.
I'm not. Wait for it.